All right, everybody, welcome back to Movie Talks and Chill. We are your hosts. I am Tony Serrato.
I am Gavin Bunce.
I'm Patrick Wall.
And I'm also kind of sad.
Oh no.
Yeah.
We don't like sad Tony.
Yeah, no, sad
Sad
Tony.
Tony drinks.
You should have seen Tony on Saturday when the incident that I'm about to tell you about happened. For the listeners out there, and for those of you who are regular listeners and who follow us on our social media, and especially Facebook, and who have been connected to me on my Facebook, that recently got hacked. And someone just decided to delete my email out of there, change my password, and take over everything and not do
They've
anything
also
with
deleted your account.
Actually, they did. I found it.
Oh, did you?
It's still there. They haven't done anything with it.
Oh,
So everything up till the last post is still there, but nothing new has changed.
okay.
We're gonna have our topic today is gonna be movies about identity theft. Now, luckily, it wasn't targeted at a bank account or my retirement account.
Ooh, they get to see all the AI dogs you look at all the time.
Yeah, that's what they get to see. Good for you. But for those of you out there thinking about doing it, don't, because that's horrible. Just stealing somebody's stuff just to do it, no reason for it. It's chaos.
I mean, unless they owe you money.
Yeah, well,
Then it's legal.
yeah. Then they're just taking what's rightfully
Then
theirs.
it's just called garnishment.
Yeah, no, that would be the federal government, and
Yeah.
most of the time that taxation is theft. Sorry.
Yeah. So yeah, that was a fun Saturday. I actually drank Jaeger that day.
I
I haven't drank Jaeger like a year and a
Right
half.
from the bottle.
Yep. I said, just give me some Jaeger. I need it right now, please.
Sitting there shaking.
So for those of you who still see my page, I do apologize. I have sent out an email. I have created a new one. I've been sending out friend requests from everybody that can remember off the top of my head, but there was over like 300 something people. So I'm working it slowly. So give me time. But yeah, and if you see me, you'll see me in my lovely black suit with my sweet blue shirt on and stand in front of the sunscreen thing. That's my new Facebook profile pic, so look out for it. It's awesome. Yeah, upgrade, baby. Hey, shut up. All right, that's all our show for today.
No, it does look good. It looks good. You look sharp.
Yeah, check your bank account tomorrow. Your password is 12345.
Damn it.
Change the combination of my luggage.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're gonna talk movies about identity theft or identity thieving and
Okay.
identity thieves. So
Those who are not who they say they are.
yes, people who take over other people's identities.
Speaking of which, I did find the perfect movie for that, even though it doesn't have identity or theft in the title.
All right, what's
Face
the point?
Off?
Yep.
He took his face off.
Off.
Is that really what you were thinking?
Yeah.
Why I guess that randomly.
That
Knew
movie
it.
kicks ass.
No, it does. It is a great movie. And technically, he did take his identity.
They
Yeah,
both
he
took
did.
each other's
Yeah.
identity.
Yeah.
Yeah. You took mine, so I took yours.
Yeah, indeed.
And then John Travolta, who's playing Nicolas Cage, taught John Travolta's daughter how to stop a rape with a wavy switchblade.
Yeah.
And she does. Stabs
she
him right in the
does.
thigh.
Yep.
Pretty sure she nicked another. She committed murder.
Stabbed him in the thigh too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
So-
remember, put it in and twist.
Yep.
Wound won't close.
John Travolta playing Nick Cage taught her that.
Moral of the story: be careful what you teach your children, because someone may take your face
Be
off
careful.
and end up becoming
Be careful
their
what
father.
you teach other people's children.
Yes.
I mean, to be honest, that's probably the best parenting he ever did in that movie.
yeah.
Which was Nick. God damn it.
Yeah. It's Nick Cage and John Travolta.
Okay.
You don't need to worry about the math. Everybody knows where we are.
That movie can get confusing at
It can.
points.
Well, it can, man. But I can eat a peach for hours.
Yeah, indeed. Moving on.
Yes. So he had one. What's yours, Mr. Gavon?
I mean,
It's like
that
you
is
almost
your real
forgot his
name.
name halfway through that.
Mr.
if that is your real
if
name.
that is indeed who you are. Be honest, I still like Hackers from back in the day. It's still the original gritty type away on the keyboard until something actually happens. I mean, I don't understand code writing, and thankfully I don't have to now, because I can tell Claude what I want, and Claude doesn't. So, thank you, Claude, and Mr. Co-Pilot. I still get to have the reins as the captain, though.
There you go. And then back when they had the laptops the size of like
Well,
a
yeah,
suitcase.
then back then, if I feel like in the Brendan Fraser movie where he's stuck underground.
I know which one you're talking about. From the
the one-
50s?
yeah,
And
yeah.
he's in the
So
bunker.
he comes up and she's
It's
like,
like
oh,
the
he's-
Incredible Missy Schmidt, the Incredible what's it called
Yeah.
on Netflix? Where she's in that bunker.
So anyway,
Kimmy
he's-
Schmidt.
he comes up and he's like, he's going to check your answer on his computer. He's like, he has one in the house. May I have excuse? Because beforehand the computers, all they knew was like it was in a giant room, and now we have walking handheld computers. And I've said it before and I'll say it again. Screw you, math teacher. I do walk around with a calculator in my pocket all fucking day.
Damn right you do.
Wow. You're going to get a call from your teacher.
Nah, so I think she can.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I don't remember. She did teach my uncles when they were in school, so
True.
it may. I mean, if she's alive, she will be very old.
The only thing I will say, and something I thought about before, when you watch that or other movies similar, when they're breaking into computers, like in Weird Science too.
Yeah.
When they're hacking into stuff.
Or
do
war
they-
games.
Yeah. Are they actually seeing like what they're showing on the screen? Because you see like all these like just like lines coming down and stuff. It's like,
Yeah.
are you really actually seeing that, or are you just seeing like
I think
almost like command bars from
I'm-
like when you do that, like just prompts and stuff?
Again, I've and Patrick is getting a intro to this at his new job, but I have worked through a DOS system, and it is a bunch of like funky like keystrokes that have absolutely nothing to do with what you're fucking looking up.
I will say, whenever it says someone's I've been hacked, I picture Hugh Jackman from
Swordfish.
Swordfish, thank you.
Yeah, shark.
Yeah, I almost said Shark Tank. I was like, that's wrong.
Sharknado?
Yeah, Sharknado.
Yes, the Hugh Jackman Sharknado crossover.
You know, if he was in that movie,
that would be a freaking badass movie.
Yeah.
huh?
yeah, right?
He ran out of the Wolverine money.
I was gonna.
He's like,
well, no, that's what he does.
No,
he
he
turns
has
into
the-
Wolverine.
oh yeah.
No, he has the Wolverine money now, so he'll just do whatever the fuck he
Yeah.
wants.
I think I want to do a really lame B movie.
Sharknado. I'm not worried about that on my super yacht. It's basically an aircraft carrier.
Yeah. Yeah, he stole the helicarrier.
Yeah,
You're not even in this franchise. I am now, and this is mine.
he doesn't even go here.
But when you are actually watching those and they are doing it, it's literally just like like it's a black screen
Yeah.
with just lines coming down. Like I have seen coding before on where you don't have an operating system running, or it's running but in the background,
Right.
And you're basically doing command prompts.
Exactly.
I've
yeah.
seen that, but I've never seen the thing where all of a sudden I see like boxes flying around and like things like float
Yeah.
flying through.
That's
it's
for
like,
aesthetic effect.
Yeah.
I believe now Swordfish in that movie with
Jackman.
Hugh Jackman, he does do that. So that's like what he's doing when he's sitting there. Now he's it's more on when he's breaking into I think like the FBI database when for his interview.
Oh,
'Cause
with
you
the
can see the
laptop
lines of
and
code.
the woman next to him?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
'Cause
Spoilers,
when he's
I don't want
typing
to spoil
away,
it for you.
you can see the lines of code come up, and then when he's like first starting to build that worm, he's putting in like code, and then it just falls apart. And,
Yeah. those darn worms. Sandworms. You hate them, right?
Yeah, me too. Me too. Yeah. Just saying.
Well, I have one that's not computer related, but it is it was, I would say, at the time it came out like it was this big thing. I don't think it did well in the theaters, but it's become more like a cult thing now. It's A Talented Mr. Ripley
Ooh, yes.
That is on my list.
with Matt Damon and Jude Law. And it's a great movie. If you haven't seen it, again, this one's in the I think it came out in like late 90s, if I remember correctly. Or yeah, late 90s, because 98, 97 maybe
99.
99. But he's
999.
it's Matt Damon and Jude Law. Matt Damon is hired by what Jude Law's character's father, or kind of requisitioned to do. He meets him at a party, and he wants him to get his son, his name is Dickie. He wants to get his son who's like off abroad. That's what his life is. His dad makes so much money, he just lives. He's just like a trust fund baby. And so he's basically
Nutboat
just,
baby.
yeah, living around Europe and stuff, and Italy, and he's just living life. And his dad wants him to come back home, so he asks Tom Ripley to go out and see if he can bring him back. And but then it gets into a whole weird thing where it's like that weird kind of love triangle thing, like
Yeah.
that bisexual deal because he's into his girl.
But he's also into Jude Law.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's
That's
like
why
when
it's a
Bubbles
weird
tries-
bisexual trifecta there.
To anyone who's watched Trailer Park Boys, it's like when Bubbles tries to teach Randy about being bisexual. And he's like, well, Randy, do you like these? He's like, yeah, I like those. He's like, yeah, me too. Well, what about this, Randy? He's like, I like that too. He's like, okay, well, here's the deal.
Guess what you are.
We're gonna sum this up for you.
But yeah, it's he goes through and basically he meets him and they're partying. He tells him what he's doing there, and then they're having this big party, and he's out all night. But then he overstays his welcome, and Jude Law's character Dickie basically pretty much cuts him off and says, "Listen, this is getting a little bit much." Because they both have a little bit of tendencies. There are scenes in that movie like where one's in a bathtub and they're just hanging around each other. I don't know about you, and nothing against if that's your lifestyle. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. It's just not for me. But like as two guys as us, if I'm sitting in a bathtub, are you just gonna sit there and just kind of talk to me?
On the toilet?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, just sit there.
Are
next
there
to me.
bubbles involved? Or is this just like clear water?
Straight clear water, man. I mean, everything's there.
Have I had some drinks?
Why are there so many questions?
The answer Tony was looking for was no.
I mean, I'm flattered if the answer is yes. Thank you for the compliment. Just not my
But
thing.
Patrick and I have other ideas.
So I will be removing my tub out of my place and putting in a stand-in shower. But
Stand in one person
yes,
shower.
one person.
Frosted glass.
No bigger than an RV.
But yeah, so he basically cuts him off, and then he gets mad at him and he kills him. And then I think originally it was accidental, and then he basically takes over his identity, and he's going around using his name, talking to people, and then everybody's hearing about him because apparently he's so well known in Europe. He traveled. I mean, he's like all these different countries and cities and stuff in Europe, but he's like everywhere he goes, someone knows him. I'm like, how is somebody that popular? Like, he's not like a prince or anything. He's just somebody's father, son from America.
Yeah.
He's not Elon Musk. He's just some rich kid. But yeah, he seems to know. So anyway, his friends start. Well, I heard Dickie was here. He's like, oh no, you just missed him, or he left and went to do this, and then his girlfriend starts catching on, and yeah, it turns out to be bad. It's not a good day for him, but apparently he can just forge things and act like people and stuff, and yeah, it's a very interesting movie. The Talented Mr. Ripley.
Hold on. Oh, it's not on this list. Well, when did Catch Me If You Can come out? Was that 2002?
No, I want to say that was earlier. I thought that was.
Yeah, I think late
I want to
90s.
say it was like 96 or 97, maybe.
Oh,
I
okay.
could be wrong on that. I mean, we have fantastic rectangles here, so we can look that up real quick.
Your question, you look up.
Yep.
I was just trying to see if I could see it real quick. It's not on my list.
It's not on mine either.
Actually, no, it did come out in 2002.
2002? Dang.
Yeah, I thought it was earlier than that.
So whoever directed Catch Me If You Can saw the Talented Mr. Ripley and was like, I can do this a little bit better.
Wasn't that didn't Tom Hanks direct that?
I don't know if he
Or
directed.
no,
I know he
or-
I
started.
don't know if he
it.
directed. It was him and.
Again, I have a fantastic
Leo.
rectangle that can tell us all
Yeah.
of this stuff.
I do not remember the
Oh,
director.
Steven Spielberg actually
Steven
directed
Spielberg.
Ha!
that. Oh, you know which one I was thinking of that I think he might have directed was that Thing You Do.
Oh.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Which
with
has
the
nothing
Oneaters.
to do with identity theft. Yeah, the Oneaters.
Yeah, the Oneaters.
The Wonders.
No, the Wonders. Holding up the one finger. Tom Hanks is like, spell with a W, man.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah. Hey, guy,
hey, guy.
get your band in order. But yeah, Catch Me If You Can is a great movie. That's.
I love that movie.
But here's the debate I will say about that, because I do agree. Now, he takes on identities, but I don't believe he ever took on anybody that existed.
Technically, so in the first one, he's learning about, like, what does it take to become a pilot? The guy's like,
He
well,
was
you
Barry
need,
Allen.
Yeah, and then you need this. You need this FAA license card, and you can keep it. It's expired. Technically, he used that. So he took that guy's identity to get his, like...
Well,
quota.
no,
But he
I
didn't
think
take
he
his
changed
name.
it.
He didn't.
He didn't take
his
his
name. Yeah.
Yeah, while it is, I would say it's more along the lines of just theft, because most of the
it's fraud.
everything that he, well, no, the theft was like when he would cash those checks, because that was just going against the federal government.
Yeah, that's what I
Like
mean.
The,
It's fraud.
the bank account. He didn't. That's what I liked about him. Sorry if you're watching this, CIA. Was that he didn't
They're
target,
not watching.
He didn't target any individuals. How do you think our viewership went up? They didn't, or he didn't target anyone that was like, you know, feeble or even anybody that was rich. He just went right after the government.
Yeah.
That was defrauding them, like the major banks.
Yeah, because he was cashing checks from companies,
Yeah,
like from Pan Am and
exactly,
stuff like that. And that's why I was saying that I do agree he was taking on identities. I just don't think he was taking on. I don't think they ever really clarified if he ever actually took any individuals'
No.
actual identity.
No,
Yeah,
I
it
remember-
looked like all of these were all the ones he used were like company checks that he was
Well,
forging.
there's a scene with Tom Hanks, and he goes to talk. He finds out who he is, and he goes to speak to his mom, and he's like, he's like, well, your son's committed a lot of fraud and stolen a lot of money, so we're on the look for him. And he's like, well, the mom's like, well, I just got a part-time job at the church. How much does he owe? And I'll write you a check. $1.3 million. What?
It's kind of like that scene in Vacation when he's asking for the money, Eddie. Yeah,
Yeah.
how much you need? About $53,000. He just tucks it right
Yeah,
back in.
he's like, I don't think I have that on me.
Sure, Eddie, I can help you. How much you need? He's got the wallet out. $53,000.
Put them a little light to it.
But I also did, yes, Catch Me If You Can, I will say is great. Also, the fact that his father loved what he was doing because his father got screwed over by the
Yeah.
by the
IRS.
government. Now, technically, he probably wasn't doing his taxes like he should have been. But, you know, they took everything from him. So, like when he meets him for dinner
Oh, yeah.
and he's sitting there, where are you going, Frank? Someplace
Place
exotic?
exotic.
Where you going, Frank? And there's still a part in that scene in that movie. I still don't know for sure if the FBI got to him and if he was wearing a wire, because he was very kind of standoffish. Because he told him like he couldn't accept the car. He bought him
Yeah.
a Cadillac.
Well, Tom Hanks doesn't come to see him until after that, though.
But I'm saying if maybe it was weird the way it kind of played
Yeah.
out because he was excited, but he wasn't like ecstatic.
I don't know. I don't think that's it. I
Well,
think it
it
was
just came
more
out
of
that he was
him.
doing major crimes.
I think it was more of a pride thing for him. Like, you know, he didn't want to.
That's where I was kind of back and forth with it. I'm like,
Well, then
it
the
felt
scene
like
before
that.
that one when they went to lunch, oh, this is a fancy place. Thank you for that. And like, why is this fork cold? He's like, it's a chilled salad fork, Dad. Just eat it. Like, eat the fork.
It's for your salad, Dad.
Yeah.
Idiot.
It's got 3 tines.
Stupid. Well, I have one that's. I say it falls under the identity theft because of the kid impersonating someone, but blank check.
Yep.
Oh yeah,
That was on my list.
Macintosh.
Yeah.
Yep.
Dr. McIntosh. Or Mr. McIntosh.
Yeah, Mr. Macintosh. That was actually a cute movie.
Yeah.
It's been a long time since I've seen that, but I like that movie.
Minus the, pedophilia from the female cop. But other than that, it's fine.
Well, that's just big. We've already done that.
No, he was in big. He was an actual grown up.
Yeah.
He was
With the
still,
mind of a
He was
child.
still 12, and I don't care about the mind. He had the plumbing and everything. He was a grown man.
Well, he's
Yeah,
who's
right?
to blame?
Yeah,
You're the adult.
Who's to blame? You are. You're the adult.
You're to blame.
That was a good scene. You are.
If I can find it again, remind me. There was a clip that showed up on a reel, either on Instagram or Facebook or something, and it was what the ending of Big actually should have been.
Oh, it's
So,
like,
like,
her
you know,
getting
when-
arrested or something
When
like
it's
that.
it's like him in the car when he's still him, and then as she like looks away from it, and you hear the feet clogging because he got went back to his
Yeah.
normal size, and as he just waves like that, and she waves, and then like that's the end of the movie. There's a little bit more to this version. Yeah, it's pretty funny. See like Chris Hansen come up, like, all of a sudden he gets in the passenger seat. There's a guy with a camera in the back. We need
Why
to
don't you
talk.
go ahead and have a seat?
I can't believe you brought up Golding. So if anyone hasn't seen a movie from 1994, Blank Check is about a kid. So he ends up getting a check by being in an accident. I believe they ran over like his bike.
Yeah, something like
they-
that.
yeah.
So
they
this
hit his bike.
mobster runs over his bike, but so he doesn't really know. He wants to fix it for him, but he doesn't know what the cost is. So he just writes.
I thought he was like in a rush. He's like,
He
here.
was.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's in
Here,
a
let's
rush.
just put
He
it
just
in.
signs a check, gives the check to the kid. Well, little does he know that apparently in this town only had one bank in San Francisco.
Yeah. A notoriously small town.
Yeah, very small. So the kid goes to the bank and he takes it and he's got the guy's name and his signature on the check, but all of it's blank. So I can't remember if he writes in $1 million on it, but I
No,
he-
I
he
think it's like
brings
the
it on
bank
his
teller is on the take. He's
No,
like,
no,
oh, this is for the mafia guy.
No, he brings he does it on his computer.
yeah, that's
He
right.
has
Yeah,
it printed on his computer
he
because
prints that part out, but the signature's still a wet signature. And so he takes it to the bank, and the mobster and this bank guy were looking like to launder $1 million. So the kid ends up taking the $1 million because the bank president thinks this is the guy that he's sending. So he thinks his name is Juice, who I think is Tone Loc, if
yeah,
I'm not
I
mistaken.
believe so.
Freaking Tone Loc. And so he comes into the bank and he gives him the check. He goes, Juice? He goes, no thanks, I'm not thirsty. So anyway, he gives the kid the check, and the whole movie is him basically blowing through $1 million, which he buys a fucking castle.
Yeah.
In
Yeah.
1994, you bought a castle for less than $1 million.
Yeah, because he still bought a limo,
Yeah.
like his own ice cream
I
parlor.
don't even. I think that was like $400K.
Yeah.
Was that house?
Yeah.
He was fucking Richie rich
There's-
after buying a castle.
There's another zero on that house now.
yeah.
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 There's another zero on that limo ride that he took.
Well, not as much as housings went up.
Well, and you get the whole
I don't know. You ever grocery shopping
The
lately?
slide with the pool.
It was kind of like watching the toy again.
It was.
Yeah,
It
it's
was
like-
indeed.
only he was buying his own toys. It's just ironic. So for anybody out there, if you're a mobster trying to launder money, don't give out
Don't
a blank
give
check.
a blank check to
and
a
if-
child.
And make sure that they don't know to use the exact amount of money that you're trying to launder.
Yeah, that was
Coincidence?
Also, I know it's a family-friendly movie, but even mobsters would find that kid, rip out his fingernails until he got every dime back out of blood from his 2-pint ass.
This is true, but he didn't know who the adult version of him was.
That's true. He was looking
Before
for
cell
Mr.
phones.
Yeah, he was looking for Mr. Macintosh.
Yes, he was. That stupid computer inventor.
Yeah.
Yep.
Steve Jobs dangling off the side of a building. Give me my money.
What is this apple?
It's tasty. I like apples. Yeah, I forgot about that movie though. I do remember it wasn't was it Andy Richter that his limo driver?
I think so. Yeah.
And he was like just his pal.
Yeah.
Because they also got in
They
those
were
like
friends.
those big air balloon
Oh yeah,
sumo
the
suits.
sumo suit. Yeah.
I believe it might have been Andy Richter, if I remember correctly, or some guy who looked very much like him.
I'm looking it up.
Looking it up now.
They're both on it.
Well, I'm going to move on.
James Rayburn was the father. Karen Duffy
Yep.
was the female cop.
Which, you know, ironically, that's the same guy that played the father in The Talented Mr. Ripley.
Rick DeCummon.
Okay, so it wasn't him then. I don't know why I thought it was. Okay, yeah, I thought it was Andy Richter. He kind of looked a lot like
He
him.
does. Yeah.
So yeah, I'm just pulling up a list here. Which list are you going off of, by the way?
I found category films about identity theft on Wikipedia.
Wikipedia.
The
Category
following
films.
105 pages
Yeah,
are
Mr.
in the
Tone Loc was
category.
Juice.
Juice. Yeah, because it was that specific banker they were dealing with that was going to help them do the laundering.
Just pulling up a random movie. See what we got here. House on Telegraph Hill. The American noir thriller directed by blah blah blah. Let's get to the plot. The good stuff.
Don't care who the director is.
Yeah. Pass.
Seeking shelter. It's boring.
Wow.
Here's one called Jigsaw from 1979,
Ooh,
Not the
sounds
jigsaw
like
that we thought.
starring no one you've ever heard of.
The movie that no one ever knew, and no one
Well,
ever
the main
heard of.
character is like his actor's name is Lino Ventura.
I like that guy.
A retired and widowed French commercial pilot arrives in Montreal from Paris. He has been summoned to identify the body of his estranged son, Julien Laurette Mallet. This is an international film. Who was killed in a police shootout. Goddamn Montreal, all those gang violence. But the body Dupree is presented with at the morgue, and it is not his son. The dead man, who was in possession of Julian's passport, is eventually identified as Luigi Lentini. Oh wow, that's a little racist. A wanted criminal. Police Superintendent McKinsey, played by Chris Wiggins, informs Dupree that his son has overstayed his visa and suggests he may have sold his passport for money.
Nice.
Yeah. So who's the identity? Is the dead guy the identity thief?
Sure. We'll
Okay.
go with that.
Yeah.
Based on that amazing read.
Yeah.
I'm going to guess yes.
Definitely Spielberg's work here.
Yep.
I actually have one that the movie isn't preference on identity thieving, but it does happen in it, and that's Midnight Run. And I've talked about
Ooh.
Midnight Run before with Robert De Niro, and
Dang, it's been a long time since.
Joe Pantaleone's in it.
Yeah.
And he's basically what's his name? He was a great actor. A very dry actor back in the 80s and 90s. Kind of like died out after a while. He did the Beethoven movies. He was the dad in Beethoven.
I only remember the actual main stuff.
Charles Grodin. Charles Grodin. But anyway, yeah, Charles Grodin is Robert De Niro is a bounty hunter. You know, he works for a bail bondsman, and he goes out and when these people skip out or they need to get them for their court date, he has to go out and find them. And there's another guy named Marvin who's another bounty hunter. They're always butting heads and trying to steal each other's captors for the prize, for the reward. And so Charles Grodin is a guy that the mob's after because they call him the Duke, and he worked for them and he laundered a bunch of money, but now he's going to turn state's evidence. Or he stole a bunch of money from him, and then he was going to turn state's evidence. So he's got to go to court, but he's trying to leave and skip out. So Robert De Niro catches him. So the whole movie is him trying to get him back to, I think it's Los Angeles. He's trying to get back to by midnight. At a certain date. He's got like a few days to do it. So like that's his time frame. He doesn't have him back there by midnight. All bets are off, and this guy the bail bondsman loses, his money basically. And so the whole point of it is then he gets in a little bit of trouble as he's trying to chase this guy down and get him. There's an FBI agent that's trying to take him in as well, who called Alonzo Mosley. I know this because it's a big portion of the part of the movie. He ends up stealing.
It's a real
his-
plot point on that.
Oh
one.
yeah, it is because throughout the whole movie, there's a scene where they get him, Robert De Niro. They're in questioning and say, "Hey, you're going after this guy. We'll take care of it." And he's like, "All right." And he basically steals his wallet, his ID. So he starts using him as he starts going around as Alonzo Mosley, and so it's a running joke throughout the movie that he keeps using it. And then Alonzo Mosley finally he gets his cards canceled or whatever. And he's like, "I'm sorry, this belongs to Alonzo Mosley." He's like, "I'm Alonzo Mosley." He's like, kind of like the guy from Hackers when he gets mad when they're just messing with him. But if you haven't seen Midnight Run, it is a good movie. I mean, it's just fun because then it's got a little bit of action because you got a bounty hunter that's trying to get a guy who's being chased by the FBI. Another bounty hunter who's trying to screw over the other bounty hunter by trying to take the guy for the reward. You got a bail bondsman who's playing them against each other. And he's basically like, one guy's like, "No, you're the best. No, you're the best." "Oh, he's screwing it up. No, he's screwing it up." So he's pitting them up. And then the mob's involved trying to chase him down. So like,
Rabbit season, duck season.
needless to say, it was not the easiest few days for that person. that Robert De Niro's character. Because the other tie-in of the movie is that he was an ex-cop, I think for the Chicago Police Department or New York. I think it's Chicago though, and that's where these mobsters were from. And he refused to get on the take of them, so they had him basically fired, or they had him got him to lose his job or whatever. So because he never once wanted to take any money, and then so because of that he lost his wife and his daughter. Hasn't seen them for a while. She's remarried, so he visits them for a minute to try to get money because it's kind of like a planes, trains, and automobiles thing. They're constantly running into situations where they're getting stuck with stuff. So, yeah, Midnight Run, man.
Nice. Now I've got two movies.
Two.
One, I'm going to ask for a vote and see if this counts. It's not identity.
Nope.
Oh, okay.
No.
It's not theft itself, but somebody creates a brand new identity and then uses that new identity to leverage themselves into a position of power.
Secret of My Success?
No. Maybe, possibly. Is it that one with Whoopi Goldberg?
No.
No.
The movie I'm thinking is called, I think it's called Cuddy. Because it's based off, that's the name that she the persona that she creates.
All right.
But she was working in finance in New York City and no one was taking her. She was very smart when it came to like stocks and like day trading and all
I
that.
don't know if I've seen that.
It's very good. But no one took her
Sounds-
seriously because she was a black woman. So
Sounds a lot like A Secret to My Success, but that was Michael J. Fox as a white man.
yes,
Who also was impersonating a
Well,
new employee.
Well, he just made up a name.
yeah, but like
well,
they-
so did she. She was
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
she got fired, so she was at a bar with her friend, and then they just see the bottle of scotch called Cuddy, and she's like, you know what, Cuddy, he now owns the business.
There you go.
They started a finance firm, and she's really good. She's making loads of money. Like, what? I want to speak to Cuddy, the guy behind the desk. Yeah, he's busy. You can't do that. You want to place that trade? I heard that stock's going up. Like, is that what Cuddy said? Yep.
Yep. Heard him 3 seconds ago.
Yep.
I've been here for 10 minutes. I know.
I have an earpiece.
He teams me before Teams was even a thing.
So
He
that's
said, "Buy this stock on my beeper."
I would say that's teetering, but I would let it go.
Yeah.
well, there's a famous story when like the internet first started out and nobody really knew what to do, and someone said, you know, these two companies are merging, so that stock just either rose to like exponential heights, and then it was just, you know, buy, and then sell. Like it kind of almost tanked the stock market for about 3 hours. And finally, people were like, we're not actually doing that. So the market, you know, like corrected itself. There's this one scene in this movie where Whoopi Goldberg and her, I guess PA, like she joins her in her new firm, but they're having lunch in this like Midtown Greasy Spoon diner, and then she sees two execs from two high-powered companies walk in, and she's like, "Oh my God, they're merging, or one of them's buying the other. We need to go back to the office and just start basically white collar trading." It wasn't illegal. She just put two and two together, so it was like borderline illegal.
It's a gray area.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It can be okay depending on which side you're
Yeah.
on. You know.
If Martha Stewart does it, so it's okay.
Just don't
But
win
it
twice.
wasn't like really insider trading. She just knew the lay of the land. Like, there's no way on God's green earth those two people that make $1 million a year are wind up in the same diner that you and I are like going through our purses for quarters to eat at.
Right.
The only reason why they're doing that is so no one else knows what the hell's going on.
Yep, or who they are.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who are they?
They're high-powered executives, and she made $1 million off of that one lunch.
There you go. You want to hear a boom? I got one for you.
Let's see.
Okay.
My cousin Vinny,
Doesn't impersonate anyone.
Jerry Gallo,
Yeah.
and Callow.
Yeah.
And he's
Not
constantly changing
Gallo
yellow.
with a G, Callow with a C.
And then she has the clerk, his old friend, send in the fax, giving the credentials of a Jerry Gallo.
Oh, that's true.
Even though he was honest about being Mr. Gambini, but he said that was my, what was he, my
Because-
stage name or something, or
Right.
my change name and then my stage name, you know. He's like,
My legally changed stage name.
yeah. So technically,
Yeah. Yeah.
and because a fax was done and sent in by a clerk of court, that's not legal. Now he didn't do it, so he has nothing to worry about. But
I would throw in Enemy of the State
yep,
with
Okay.
Will Smith and Gene Hackman.
Okay.
So he finds basically it's kind of the reverse end of that, of where
It's
they
hackers again.
they hack
ruined his
well
life.
yeah they hack everything into his life, and they freeze all of his assets and max out all his credit cards and start basically imposing that he's having an affair with his informant.
Well, he was having an affair.
He did.
Yeah.
He wasn't at that time.
Yeah. Well, there's a famous scene in his like partner's law office. He's like, "Are you having an affair with this person? Let me ask you this, John. You masturbate in the shower? You crank one out?" He's like, "Well, sir, that's none of my goddamn business."
That's right.
So
you masturbate in the shower. Well, let me ask you something.
Yeah.
I think that's a little personal there, Bob.
Yeah. I can't remember the movie that it's from, but John Malkovich is being chastised in a room, and he's like, whose ass didn't I kiss? It's like, it's because of your drinking. He's like, fuck you, Jeff. You're Mormon. Compared to you, we're all drunks.
Oh, I know that line.
I know, right? He's in this office and he's getting berated by like all these other execs.
What's that
probably
line
being
from?
John
And
Malkovich.
he's like, what did I do? Whose ass didn't I kiss?
I like that. Well, there's a movie that came out back in the early mid-ish 2000s, I would say, and became a hit TV series on MTV called Catfish.
Oh, yes.
Who the
Catfish.
people literally are taking people's social media pictures
Yeah.
and pretending
There's
to be them.
I can't remember the football player's name, but there was a famous story about
Yeah.
college senior.
Oh man.
Didn't he go play in the Canadian League after that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
well, that's the
he
only
left
place
the
you can go,
country
yeah.
after that.
It's Canada. I mean, he's like, I'm gonna stay kind of close, but they got good coffee up there.
Yeah, that's true.
But it's Tim
Gavin,
Hortons.
what was his name? Do you remember?
I do not.
Okay.
Could
yeah.
not for the life of me right now. Brain's too fried. We're doing this after work, so.
Yeah. But I will say, if you haven't actually watched the movie Catfish, it actually is pretty good. It's like a documentary style. It's the same guy that does the TV show. That's why they got picked up to do the TV show, because then him and his buddy who did the film, they basically were going out trying to help other people figure out if these people were being false to them or not. You never saw the movie?
I was just going to bring up another one. We don't need to talk about it because we've mentioned it 100 times before, but Trading Places.
Yeah.
Although they didn't really steal each other's, they were forced to get each other's identity.
Yeah, but at the end, they were masquerading as other people to get him to give away the secrets.
Yep.
Would you like the meatballs? No, I'm from Sweden.
But you're wearing later.
Later.
Here's one I guarantee neither of you two have seen. Principal Takes a Holiday.
Yeah, it sounds horrible.
What
Stars
Hallmark
Kevin
Channel
Nealon.
movie was this?
It's Disney, actually.
Oh.
And it stars Kevin
Hallmark
Nealon.
before
Kevin
there
Nealon
was-
and Zachary Ty Bryan.
They let Kevin Nealon be in a Disney movie?
Yep.
Kevin Nealon.
Basically, the premise is Zachary Ty Bryan, his character, when he graduates high school, his grandma gave him a check for $10,000, but, you can't have it until you're 18. Technically, it belongs to the parents at this point. And he's getting, like, suspended, demerits, suspended, because he's just, like, the class clown, the jokester. He does pranks, and he's like, detention, Zachary Ty Bryan, and all that kind of stuff. And they're like, we're...
Yes, they use his full name.
Yep.
They use his full name.
He paid for it. I'm using it. But basically, his parents we're off to Spain for a month. If we come back and we hear you've had one demerit or one anything, that 10 grand is going towards our new toilet or whatever. So he hears this information at breakfast, and he realizes the night before he broke into school and set up a massive prank on the principal. So he's just sprinting into school to get this done. It goes kind of wrong, and it kind of concusses the current principal. So he doesn't have really the ability to give him a demerit. But they're bringing in this famed childhood development principal who's developed all these learning ways to be the new principal. And Zachary Ty Bryan's if he comes in, I am not getting this money. So they somehow stop him from coming to the school, and they hire Kevin Nealon to impersonate the famed principal to come in. And he's he's Kevin Nealon as a prep school principal.
Yeah, okay.
And, he falls in love with one of the teachers, and they find out he's not really him, and everyone's all... It's I can't remember the name of that. But basically, the school board's you know what, we like his style of teaching. It's still educational, but it's not as strict. Not how that works. But, so, it's just a funny kids movie with Kevin Nealon and Zachary Ty Bryan.
All right.
Quick honorable mention.
Okay.
Camp Nowhere with Christopher Lloyd.
Okay,
He played about 18 different people in that movie.
But then
When
you
they
got to
made
basically you got to cover almost Eddie Murphy movie then.
Well, that's true.
Yeah.
But I mean, in this one, they were. It wasn't a defrauding, but they were, using their parents' money to throw their own camp.
Okay.
And he, went to each house as a different type of teacher or camp leader, and then they redo it all. And he's running from that one dude trying to collect on his debt.
Yeah. I forgot about that.
Flurb. Is that one or two R's?
Well, we also have to honorable mention, because I don't really want to talk. I never really thought it was a great movie, even though it had great actors. It was an okay flick, but Identity Thief with Melissa McCarthy and Jason Bateman.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I never saw it.
It was okay. I mean, but
I like that in there with T.I. and I can't remember the other female actor's name, but when they were chasing him, and they go to that one dude with the he was the real estate agent. He's like, we don't, neighborhood doesn't want any, Mexicans, blacks, and you know, he's like, I'm just saying, this is what the neighborhood. And she's like, we are two of those things. And T.I. goes, I'm one of those things. Here, you both. And then she's like, we follow the low jack, the low what? Low jack. Foreigners can't say J's.
They really can't.
And then them and the guy who played the T-1000
Oh, yeah.
Terminator, they go head to head, and then he like puts him in the. How you gonna shoot me and put me? You gonna arrest me out of a trunk? I've been shot and put in a trunk. How you gonna arrest me? T.I. was killer in that.
Well, another one, if you want to think about it, again, the movie was not based in identity thievery, but Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Yeah.
He impersonated Abe Frobin, the
Yeah.
Sausage King of Chicago.
Yes.
What about Sorority Girls with Tom Hanks?
Oh my God.
Wait, Tom Hanks?
I thought it was Tom Hanks. Or,
No.
oh.
What?
Not even close. Tom Hanks is nowhere in that movie.
Yeah.
That's so that they're basically trying to steal what was like dang, it was some movie, like some tape that they had that the douchebag of like the fraternity had made on them, and it was going to keep them from going, or at least keep one of them from I think like joining an investment firm or something like that. I can't remember the full story on it, but yeah, they go in as because they're trying to get on the boat at the end of the night to be able to find the film before it gets shown, and that was the only way they could get on there undercover.
Undercover. Well,
Bosom Buddies. That's the movie I'm thinking of.
that wasn't a movie. That was a TV show.
Oh, okay, that's the TV show
That
I'm
was
thinking of.
Tom Hanks. Yes, you are correct. That was probably one of his first real starring roles. Sorority. Bosom Buddy was from 1979 or 82 or something like that. It was early on in Hanks' career. That's kind
Yeah.
of where he got started.
Yeah, it's early.
Well,
We can't let him forget. So we could announce it on our podcast that he clearly listens to.
Would you let it slide? A New Hope.
I'm going to hear this reasoning.
Well, they impersonate stormtroopers
Yeah.
to sneak in to help the princess. They're not stormtroopers, but they
Then I get
pretended
it.
to be.
In that logic, the Master of Disguise with Dana Carvey is an identity.
I was actually going to bring that up, even though that was not a good movie.
That was a terrible movie.
I love Dana Carvey, but
Oh, it's
Turtly enough
fantastic.
for the Turtle Club.
well, who's Harry Crumb?
Yeah, yes,
same thing,
yes. The Net.
Yeah,
with
The
Miss
Net.
Sandra Bullock.
You know what? According to that logic, Grandma's Boy, because the robot guy pretends to be a robot and a wall a couple of times.
No, with that logic, Big Mama's house. Now shut the front.
Yeah, we veered way off.
Yeah, right.
I'm sorry about the stormtrooper thing, but they were pretending to be people who they weren't. That is legitimate.
He was pretending. Well, this might have been a psychosis in that moment, but he was pretending to be a robot.
Mild bit of psychosis. Please sit on my face.
Oh, I know one I didn't think of, and this is I know you haven't seen this.
We'll find out.
You maybe it was another one from like the late '80s, early '90s called The Couch Trip,
Yep. Nope.
Remember that one?
and it had Dan Aykroyd. It's got quite a few people. I think actually it had Charles Grodin as well.
Okay.
Again, this is back in Charles Grodin era.
Yeah, his heyday.
And Dan Aykroyd was in prison, but he basically got sent to get out of prison. He pretended to be crazy, so he's in this mental institution, and he sees this.
He didn't have to pretend very
Yeah,
hard.
yeah, right. And his doctor that he's talking to. He's basically he knows that he's BSing everybody, so he's like, "Listen, I can let you stay, but one more screw up, and I'm sending you back to prison." And so anyway, he gets a phone call. The doctor leaves for a minute. He's in his office, and he gets a phone call, and he wants to be asked to speak at this, be on this talk show, this a psychiatric talk show. That Charles Grodin character, he's taking a break. He had a mental breakdown, so he's taking a break from psychiatry, and he needs someone to fill in for his show. So they called this guy. But while the doctor was out, Dan Aykroyd picks up the phone and pretends to be him. So then he leaves, and he goes down to L.A. L.A.'s a popular place, especially in Hollywood.
Yeah.
For Hollywood movies. And basically he takes over that guy's identity and pretending to be him. Walter Matthau is also in it as a bum that's acting like like,
He's a pot smoking bum.
oh, he's hilarious. So it's like when you see Walter Matthau in this role, it's like nothing you've ever seen in any other role that he's done. It's it's still in the 80s, late 80s, early 90s, so he's still younger.
Yeah.
It's kind of like after Bad News Bears, but before Grumpy Old Man.
Right.
He's right in that sweet spot
Yep.
of middle age, but he's hilarious in it. So if you haven't seen The Couch Trip, I highly recommend it. It is fun. It's another one of those just sit back and watch and enjoy, but he does the whole time is about him taking this doctor's identity.
So help me out with this one. The one, it's, I want to say Robert Redford, and I think Dan Aykroyd may have been in this as
Oh,
well.
you're talking
when they're
Sneakers.
the corporate espionage.
Sneakers.
Sneakers, yes.
Well, they were just a company. They were a bunch of ex-cons who they started a company that the companies hired them to see where their faults are in their
Right.
system. But then they get mixed up in some other
get set
stuff.
up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they get set up by
What's
somebody.
Die Hard 4?
That actually had a lot. You should shut up. That made me so angry I had to delay it for a day. Shut up.
And it was the plot of Superman 3.
A bunch of guys did it in the 70s. But yeah, that also had oh my god, I can't think of the guy's name now. He's like in everything. He was in The Core. He was one of the main
Oh, Aaron
scientist
Eckhart.
guy. Yeah, is that him, the silver-haired guy?
No, the Aaron
Oh,
Eckhart
Stanley
Blanca.
Tucci.
He was bald.
Is that Stanley Tucci?
Yeah.
Why am I thinking that's someone else?
So you're thinking that Stanley Tucci was
He's
the guy who
slender.
had stole everything. Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah, that was Stanley Tucci in that movie.
Yeah.
okay, so in Sneakers, he was the blind guy. They called him Whistler. He was like the
Oh.
blind because he could he'd listen in on all the stuff. So he was one of the people that would when they had mics or anything set up, when they're robbing the place, he would listen in closely. I think that's his name, but anyway, yes.
I'm checking it.
No, Sneakers is a great movie though. I enjoyed that one,
Yeah, I like Sneakers.
and it's got a few other people in there too that are like really well known.
There's a movie on my list that I kind of want to.
Oh, Sidney Poitier was in that too.
That's what I was thinking of also. Sidney Poitier. Let's get the list here.
I'm getting it.
Give it to us.
I don't see Stanley Tucci on either.
He's in that movie.
In Sneakers?
Oh no, thought
I
we
know
were
he's
still talking about the core.
the guy that I'm talking about.
Oh,
is
you're
definitely,
taking out David Strytham,
yes, that's who
Stratham?
I'm. Yes, that's who I'm thinking
Yeah,
of.
yeah.
That he was in the
not
core.
Stanley Tucci. But Stanley
Yeah.
Tucci, he's not in the core, but Stanley Tucci is.
Yeah,
Yes.
there's a movie on my list, and like I said, this is category : films about identity theft. Pages in category: films about identity theft. Wikipedia likes to repeat itself.
Yes, it does.
The movie here is called The Island. That's not identity theft. Obi-Wan Kenobi just clones himself because he has a kidney disease.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
Ian McGregor.
Yeah, that's a clone. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, at the end, he does assume his identity.
Because he
but-
kills him.
Yeah. Well, he doesn't kill him. He has him killed.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that'd be like comparing that with Multiplicity or something.
Yeah. Who's this here? Oh, Meat 4.
Or Payback. Listen, Payback is also on that list. That is nowhere near an identity theft movie.
No,
No.
I wouldn't say so.
It's a fantastic movie, but it doesn't involve identity
I like
theft.
Payback. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What he said. I'm trying to think. There's a couple in my head that it's like I'm off the tip of my tongue. I'm trying to think of what the names are. Like I can play the scenes out in my head.
There's a scene in my head where it's a kid talking to an adult, and he's like, "You said you were this person." He's like, "Haha, I never said that. You asked if I was, and I just said yes." And then I just kind of went along with it. That's a scene I've seen somewhere, and it's been bugging
That
the
is
crap.
in a movie. No.
That is a movie.
I'll guarantee you it is somewhere. I just can't think of the movie because that is the only 2 sentences I can think of this movie.
I don't know.
I'm gonna go home. It's like the
There's a
Wizard of
movie
Oz.
from 1935 called The Great Impersonation.
Hey.
Well, something tells me they impersonated someone.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Hong
House
Kong.
Guest with
Okay.
Sinbad.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That was freaking hilarious.
I know a good friend of mine listens to this show, and he loves this movie, and I've yet to watch it, and I know he's gonna beat me up the next time I see him.
US.
White chicks. Oh
Yep.
God.
I can't even look at you.
I can't. I just can't.
I just love when he's in there at the end and they at the very end of the movie where they all, and spoiler alert, they take the mask off. He's like, oh my God, I cannot believe that you're a guy not white. The deception. Didn't anyone tell you this is all white party? the deception. Yeah, he impersonates a girl. He impersonates Terry Crews as a football player. Mm-hmm. Well, at least Marlon does. Oh man, yeah, they do a lot of impersonating in there.
Well, now one that really he doesn't take an identity of, but the people that he's around have to follow along that he's somebody else is the ref.
Is that the
Dennis Leary,
Yeah.
the Christmas
Oh
movie
yeah.
with Kevin Spacey and what's her name, but he basically, when the family comes over, they have to make them think that he's their psychiatrist or their therapist, and house guest and everything else when the police come by. So take that.
Yeah, right in my face.
Yeah. All right then.
Hey, bob and weave, buddy, bob and weave.
I was never taught how to box. And plus, I'm a foot taller than Tony. I can't duck that low. I'm too old.
You can.
You can move.
You can and you will.
Dip, what is it? Dodge, dip, duck,
Dip,
dive,
dive,
and dodge.
duck, and dodge.
Yeah.
You said
Well,
dodge twice.
Dodge.
Yeah.
Dodge, dip, duck, dive, and dodge. Come on now, people.
Oh, yes. I totally forgot about this one. Selfless. With
Okay.
Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's where Ben Kingsley goes inside Ryan Reynolds.
Yes.
I remember watching that movie. It's
Yes.
actually pretty good.
Creepy way to say that.
But it's
That's-
true. It's an accurate way to say that.
say
I'm pretty sure when they pitched it to Ryan Reynolds, that is not how they
It was
did
pretty
it.
early in his
so
career. You
Ben
never-
Kingsley is going to be inside you.
It's pretty
Not
early
that
on
early.
in
It
his
was
career.
2015, dude.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, that movie seems a lot older than that.
yeah, dude.
No, we're just fucking old.
I would say being John Malkovich would be closer to
Thank
just
you.
people going inside
Yeah,
of somebody.
that's- yeah,
that
that's-
is literally inside him.
Oh,
It's still the weirdest fucking movie I've ever seen.
It
yeah,
is.
yeah.
It is.
Being John.
And you would never recognize Cameron Diaz.
No.
Like, I did not know that was her at first.
I would say maybe the Truman Show, but it would be reverse because everyone else around him
Is
is
acting,
playing
yeah.
to be somebody else, and
Yeah.
he's the only one living his real life.
True.
Him and his dad.
Well, what about the movie Dave?
Yeah, that's a good one.
Love that movie. Actually, it's really good.
I caught a fish this big. He's got the big robot arms.
Men in Black.
Yep.
Boom. Walking around town in a brand new Edgar suit.
A man came in here.
Yeah,
A dead man.
yeah. Dead man. Had a cat with him. Means the world to me.
Vincent D'Onofrio, man.
I don't know how well it's on my list of, identity thief movies. Never heard of it, but it's How to Kill Your Neighbor's Dog.
I didn't want to watch that movie just because the title alone.
Peter
sounds
McGowan is a
horrible.
chain-smoking, impotent insomniac British playwright who lives in L.A. That's a descriptor. Once very successful, he is now in the 10th year of a decade-long string of production failures. His latest play is in the hands of an effeminate director, Brian Sellers, who is obsessed with Petula Clark. His wife, Melanie, is determined to have a baby. He finds himself... Where'd I go? Bonding with the neighbor's lonely young daughter, this is getting weird, who has mild cerebral palsy. And during one of his middle-of-the-night strolls, he encounters his oddball doppelganger who claims to be Peter McGowan and develops a friendship of sorts with him.
I gotta say, first of all, when you read these things, it's like listening to a third grader reading a book report in front of class. Like reading
Come
right
on.
from the paper.
All right,
Or
look.
8th, 9th grader. I'm not saying you're a
He
child. I'm
reads
just
at a
saying.
sophomore level.
And then they went to the bridge
Well, it's not
where
a-
they got around to.
He doesn't work on the inflection of it, okay? It's all right.
This isn't a table read. Like, I'm not,
Yeah, is it a table?
I need to be bought in. I need to feel that I'm part of the
should've-
story. I want it to be like the never-ending story where I'm reading a book and I'm there.
You should have
I'm
been brought in by
Fantasia.
the first sentence. Peter McGowan was a chain-smoking, impotent, insomniac British playwright who lives in L.A.
And that part was fine. You got through that fine. But
Yeah,
the rest of the description
that wasn't where we had problems.
was very choppy. So we're gonna work on that. It's a good thing we're almost out of time.
So a quick honorable mention, just because of the character range that went into this film, the tuxedo.
Okay,
Is
yeah.
that the Jackie Chan?
Yep.
Jackie Chan and freaking Jennifer Love Hewitt.
Oh yeah, I forgot she was in that movie.
How? What is wrong with you?
You know how long ago that movie came out?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know exactly how long ago that movie came out because I was hitting my adult prime.
Yesterday?
Shut up. I wish it was yesterday.
Well, one last one we gotta cut out in a second. I'll give you one more if you want, but
I don't know any.
One other
I've
last
been
one.
Darting around
Okay.
this list, they are all foreign films. Like
Just
no.
a quick little again, a movie where it's part of the movie is them taking identity is the Blues Brothers.
Yes.
When they go into the country bar, the good old boys.
Yep.
Well, we're the good old boys.
Usually we only what was it? We don't take money. We just let you pay our bar tab.
Yeah. What kind of music you normally play? We got both kinds, country and western.
Yeah. Well, neither one of them country or western.
But they played like they acted like a few people in different areas
Yeah.
too. So,
Yeah, they did.
but that was just one of their quick
And
honorable
they drove
mentions.
around in a cop car.
Yeah.
Former cop car.
Yep. But he bought that legitimately.
He did.
It's got cop wheels, cop
Aftermarket.
tires, cop engine.
Cop suspension.
Model made before catalytic converter, so it'll run good on regular gas.
Yeah.
Fix a cigarette later. But that is all the time we have. Thank you guys so much for joining us talking identity theft. And to you again out there, whoever did that to my stuff, you better watch out.
You dirty.
I will send Patrick after you.
Well, you'll be fine.
And you don't
Yeah.
want him exposing himself.
Yes.
Wait.
Yes.
What am I doing to this person?
Yes.
Something you can't get off a lava soap and a SOS pad.
That's right.
Deep shame.
Yeah. But yeah, thank you guys so much for joining us. We'll keep you up to date in the coming weeks. We get our anniversary, or as he likes to call it, a celebration, because it can't be an anniversary with two other guys. But the show's anniversary is coming up next month, so we'll keep you informed as to what we got planned
Well, I have an
for
idea
that.
for an episode.
And he's got an idea for an episode. Don't tell it now.
I won't.
All right then. So until then, for Movie Talks with Joey, we're your hosts. I'm Tony Serrano.
I'm Gavin Butts.
I'm Patrick Wall.
All right, guys, take care.